guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. We're going to talk about Wijnaldum and Depay coming to Barcelona and how if Wijnaldum comes, how that'll affect Moriba's game time. Talk about the battle at right back between Emerson and Roberto. And also discuss the injuries to Ansu, Fati, and Coutinho and how bad our medical staff have done this season. Before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button so I get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And of course, hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. Let's start off by discussing the cover from Sport saying that Wijnaldum, Depay, very close. Sport go on to say that Wijnaldum and Depay are very close to Barcelona. Koeman has asked for them specifically, and they will sign a 3-year deal after the contract expires this summer with their current clubs. Now, after this report came out for Sport, El Curibito came out saying that Moriba might not renew his contract if Wijnaldum signs for Barcelona. He feels that his progression might be cut short. Speaking on Moriba, MDF came out saying that despite staying in the first team dynamics in recent weeks, Moriba will train with the B team today and could play for them against Barcelona on Sundays. That's good for Moriba. He's going to be playing some competitive football while the international break is happening. Over the past 48 hours, the momentum for signing Depay and Wijnaldum is picking up a lot of speed. Although it is an international break, reporters and journalists usually just fill what they know already about Barcelona just to fill the paper and just make a little bit of a smoke screen. But what's worrying me a lot is the signing of Georginio Wijnaldum. It is picking up a lot of speed, more so than Depay. Depay we all knew, he's definitely an option for Barcelona, but Wijnaldum shouldn't be. In November, he's going to be turning 31. He's going to demand some huge wages and bonuses because he is coming on a free deal. And of course, he's going to take away the time from Moriba, Pedri, and Riqui Puig in that midfield. Now, the question that I want to ask you guys is that if we sell Pjanic, would you accept Wijnaldum coming to the club? For me, with all these rumors coming in now, I'm kind of leaning towards saying yes. If we sell Pjanic and then you bring in Wijnaldum as a replacement on a free deal, maybe I'd be open to accepting that. Of course, Koeman, he's begging for Wijnaldum. He's done so much for this club. He's all he's asking for is a player on a free deal, same age as Pjanic as well. I'd be like, maybe, perhaps not. It depends on his wages. Reportedly, he's asking for 200K a week, which is absolutely ridiculous. That has to be at least chopped in half. But that's my question to you guys. Would you accept Wijnaldum coming to Barcelona if Pjanic is sold? Let me know down in the comments below. But both of them at the club is a definite 100% big fat no. If they are both wearing a Barcelona shirt next season, I may lose my mind. Moriba is going to dip. He's not going to sign his new contract. Riqui Puig is going to get next to little to no game time. Pedri's going to get his game time cut short as well, so he won't develop as fast as he already is right now. So for me, this Wijnaldum deal is definitely worrying me quite a bit. Of course, Depay, you guys all know that I would take Depay every single day of the week, but this Wijnaldum deal is picking up a lot of momentum. We talked about Romano yesterday, saying that Barcelona are talking with Wijnaldum's agent, so I am a bit worried this deal might get over the line. But again, let me know down below, if Pjanic was sold, would you take Wijnaldum as a replacement for Pjanic? This next one's coming in from Goal, saying that the departure of Sergi Roberto is valued at Barcelona. His current contract ends in 2022, and Barcelona look to sell him this summer to avoid losing him on free next year. Goal have also come out saying that Barcelona have informed Emerson that the club's priority is to have him in the first team for next season, but Barcelona would consider selling him if an offer arrives of over 25 million and PSG are very interested. Now, this has been quite a hot topic around the Barcelona fan base of would you sell Roberto or not and bring in Emerson, or would you sell Emerson and keep Roberto? For me personally, what I would do is sell Pjanic, move Roberto to that midfield as a priority midfielder, and have Emerson and Des competing at the right back position. And of course, Des is also an option at left back, so that could be a viable option as well. But a lot of people are saying to sell Sergi Roberto because he earns 10 million a year. He's on almost 250K a week. He's not really good enough. He's very inconsistent. I really don't see Laporta selling Sergi Roberto. Of course, he's been at the club since 2010. Has come up from La Masia. He's been a part of 2 Champions League winning sides. He's the 4th captain from Catalonia. And of course, he has a very good relationship with Joan Laporta. So unless a big offer comes in the region of maybe 50, 60 million for maybe Manchester City or Juventus, I really don't see Roberto leaving the club this summer. And I also don't think that Laporta will try to force sell Roberto. I think he's going to offer him that new contract with maybe a little bit less wages, and I think Roberto is going to accept it. Roberto is basically in a similar situation as Lenglet. Barcelona will listen to offers, but they aren't going to, force sell him. They're not going to say, put him on the market. Yo, teams, you want him, take him, 20 million, yeah, you got it. They won't be doing that. If the club comes in and offers a good money for Roberto, maybe Laporta will consider it. But for me, I do see Roberto in a Barcelona shirt next season. Speaking on fullbacks, Alberto Roque from MD has come out talking about the left back situation at Barcelona. First, he talks about Sergio Hakimi, saying that Barcelona being left back Sergio Hakimi has left the club to join Almeria, and Barcelona will receive a transfer fee of 3.5 million. He also talks about another left back in Juan Miranda. He said that he seems to be excelling at that left back spot at Real Betis. He's a very solid option for the first team for Barcelona. Koeman will evaluate this position when he returns for Barcelona. So currently Miranda is on a simple loan deal to Real Betis, 1 year, and then you come back to Barcelona. I don't believe there is a buy option or an obligation to buy, but Koeman is going to be considering whether or not he wants to keep Juan Miranda or not. He's doing very, very well there. Of course, scored a goal for the under-23s in Spain the other day as well. He's in great form. He's obviously a very promising left back as well. Maybe now there is a little bit of a window for Miranda opening at Barcelona in that left back position. With, of course, Fairport looking to be sold. Alejandro Balde maybe getting promoted or maybe going out on loan similar to Juan Miranda. So So we'll see what happens. Also, Barcelona are very interested in Jose Gaya, the left back from Valencia. So definitely this summer, there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of reinforcements in that left back position. This next one's coming in from Mundo Deportivo talking about Bryan Gil. They say that Bryan Gil is not a priority for Barcelona. With limited funds, Barcelona have other areas to improve on first. The club considered Gil as a very good player with a lot of future, but his price makes the operation unfeasible. Now, we did talk about Bryan Gil in yesterday's transfer video as well, and I did mention that I don't see him coming this summer. Very, very strong talent, very, very good in La Liga, one of the top young prospects in La Liga. Of course, got a call up to the Spain national team as well. He's a very good young player. We already have Pedri, and he plays that very similar position to Pedri, you know, that cam, left center mid role, and on the wings as well. And with Sevilla looking to renew his contract and bring his release cost to 150 million, I think Barcelona have other priorities to work on first, you know, the defense, the striker position as well. So it looks like Barcelona aren't looking to do this deal this summer, but he's definitely going to be an option for the future. Now, this next one's coming in from Bill from Germany, saying that Andre Silva is an option for Barcelona for the center forward void. His value is around 40 million, but Laporta has a good relationship with his agent Jorge Mendes. This could reduce the price of a possible deal. Now, when I first heard this rumor, I absolutely started to burst out in laughter, saying, what? Andre Silva, the flop from Sevilla? No, thank you. And also, Depay is going to be on a free deal. Why would Barcelona pay 40 million for Andre Silva? All you have to do is add an extra 40 million and you have the possibility of getting Erling Haaland. This makes no sense. This is just Blin probably just trying to fill their newspaper. There's absolutely no reliability in this rumor as well. Nothing coming in from Spain. And plus, for the 100th time, Depay is a free deal. 40 million for a guy who couldn't even hack it at Sevilla is definitely not worth it for me. Now let's get into the news in regards to Ansu Fati and Philippe Coutinho's injury. Now obviously there's going to be a lot of reports coming out about these injuries. So what I'm going to do is read you all the reports, then give you guys my final opinion. Firstly, about Ansu Fati coming in from MD, saying that after visiting a specialist in Lyon, Ansu Fati has made the decision to test his operated meniscus for 2 weeks to see if it responds well. He will only undergo another surgery if he continues to face any issues with his knee. MD also said that the intention is to force the knee through intensive training during the 2-week period and see how it responds. If it responds well, another surgery won't be required, and he can also play some part this season. Anything else will definitely mean that he'll need another surgery. Now, Cat Radio have come out saying that in the next 48 hours, it'll be decided whether or not Ansu Fati will undergo another surgery. His recovery has stalled because the meniscus suture did not heal. He will miss the rest of the season if another surgery is required. And Candace Sierra came out saying that Ansu Fati has visited 2 specialists. They recommended that he undergo another surgery and remove part of the meniscus. They also said that Ansu Fati's career is not in danger, but his injury has not healed properly. This means that Ansu will have to start his injury from ground zero all over again, and the doctors have told him that the knee continues to swell up. Now, Javi Miguel came out saying that Ansu Fati's recovery isn't going very well, and in early March, his knee became infected. A 3rd operation was proposed, but the decision was stopped pending. One of the reasons was because there was no president. The easy solution is to just remove the meniscus, but at 18 it is very, very risky and you have to keep it. If the meniscus is removed in a few years, you could have a very similar problem to what Umtiti suffered. If he goes to the operation room again, his season will be over. Now, a doctor in Spain who specializes in this Ansu Fati injury, he said that Ansu Fati's problem is normal. 4 out of 10 meniscus surgeries don't really respond well. There are 2 options for him. One, he can either remove the suture and do it again, or second, take out part of the meniscus, and the second option is very dangerous. And finally, on Coutinho, Cat Radio have come out saying that Philippe Coutinho could also require a 3rd surgery. It could take place now or at the end of the season. So after hearing this news about Ansu Fati and Philippe Coutinho's injury yesterday and today, I've just absolutely lost it with this medical team. The medical team at Barcelona is an absolute freaking joke. How are you misdiagnosing players after players after players after players? And Ansu Fati and Coutinho are not the first ones. Roberto this season relapsed, injury misdiagnosed, he got injured and now he's out for a month longer. PK out for 6 months, comes back before the PSG game. How is that possible? Araujo sprains his ankle, comes back, relapse, they misdiagnosed him. Lenglet sprained his ankle against Osasuna, then came back and played Dynamo Kiev midweek a few days later. Pedri sprained his ankle against Sevilla, played literally 3 days later against Sevilla again. Des, muscle discomfort after muscle discomfort after muscle discomfort. Titi, World Cup, knee problem. Dembele's injuries over the past few years as well. This medical team is just an absolute joke. Hopefully Laporta comes in and just scraps them all, because how are these players suffering injuries every single week? Don't forget about Messi as well. Every time he goes on the field, he always rubs his thigh, all that sort of stuff. He was also injured this season. Barcelona have way more injuries than they normally have over the past few years. This medical team is an absolute joke. They just keep getting everything wrong every single time. The one that shocked me the most, by the way, are Lenglet and Pedri. How do they have a sprained ankle and then play the next game? The Lenglet one was quite surprising, but the Pedri one, I could not believe my eyes. All the reports saying, oh, he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks, a lot of swelling, blah, 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 blah. He played the next game. He played, what, like 70 minutes in that Copa del Rey semi-final against Sevilla at the Camp Nou? This medical team is an absolute freaking joke. You have players getting relapses and all this crap and out for the season. Ansu Fati, when he first got injured, by the way, was only supposed to be out for around 2 to 3 months. And now, I expect him to be out for the season. I cannot see Ansu Fati playing another game this season. Same with Coutinho as well. I'd be shocked if one of those players put on the Barcelona shirt this season. Hopefully Laporta takes a good look at this medical team and that it needs replacing. It's one of the worst in the whole entire world, and it's definitely the worst around the top clubs in Europe. Now let's get into the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. First one coming in from TV3 saying that Laporta trusts Riqui Puig a lot, and he also believes that he's going to be a huge part of the club's future and really wants to renew his contract this summer. An MD have come out saying that Barcelona wanted to sell Neto in the summer and bet on Iñaki Peña and Arneu Tejas to be the Ter Stegen backup. Barcelona would accept a fee for around 10 to 12 billion for the Brazilian keeper. Now, Demarcio via Sky Sports has come out, who is very reliable source. He came out saying that Barcelona would like to keep technical secretary Ramon Planes at the club, but there's still no complete agreement on the renewal of his contract. And Moriba via Sky Sports came out back in that statement from Demarcio saying that Barcelona are negotiating the continuation of Ramon Planes. Talks with the new CEO Matteo Almani will continue in the coming days. Now, Malorans from ESPN, who we all know is a very reliable source, he came out saying that Patrick Kluivert, who of course is responsible for La Masia, had a meeting yesterday with the new directors of the club. This next one's also coming in from ESPN. They're saying that Johan Cruyff could have a street named after him in Barcelona on the occasion of his 5th anniversary of his death. Barcelona will present this request to the city council. Sport have come out saying that 6 Real Valladolid players have tested positive for COVID-19, and some of them have tested negative and have clear symptoms of the infection. And of course, Barcelona face Real Valladolid on April 5th, and that could get postponed. I personally don't think this match will get postponed, but keep in mind, if it does get postponed, the first match after coming back from the international break will be the Clásico, and imagine if De Jong and Messi got a yellow card against Real Sociedad, they would have been suspended for that game. And final thing I want to discuss is the league kit for next season. We have now the training kit, for halftime, during the training sessions, during the warm-ups on the screen right now. Again, it's pretty controversial. Maybe if we see it on the players, it'll look better, but just from this image, I'm not really, I'm giving it like a 6 out of 10. It's not that great, it's not that trash, but it's pretty close to trash. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And also, Nike tried to present Barcelona with a white kit. Firstly, Bartomeu rejected it last year, and now this time they're a bit more optimistic, and they're going to present it to Joan Laporta. I tell you what, if Barcelona rock up in a white kit next season, I'm going to retire as a Barcelona fan. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down below, of course, on everything we discussed. Wijnaldum coming to Barcelona, Depay coming to Barcelona, the battle between Emerson and Roberto, and of course, let me know your thoughts on those new kits down below. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.